The Ku Klux Klan, 10 Most Scandalous and Shocking Facts. The Ku Klux Klan, KKK, one of the most infamous and reviled organizations in American history, has a legacy marked by terror, racism, and violence. Founded in the aftermath of the Civil War, the Klan's influence has waxed and waned over the decades, with various leaders emerging to push its agenda of white supremacy. Here are 10 of the most scandalous and shocking facts about the KKK and its leaders. Fact number 1. The birth of the Ku Klux Klan. The Ku Klux Klan was officially founded on December 24, 1865, in Pulaski, Tennessee. This organization was the brainchild of 6 former officers of the Confederate Army: Frank McCord, Richard Reed, John Lester, John Kennedy, J. Calvin Jones, and James Crow. Initially conceptualized as a fraternal social club, the Klan rapidly transformed into a paramilitary group targeting newly freed African Americans and their supporters during the Reconstruction era. The group's chosen name, Ku Klux Klan, derives from the Greek word kyklos, meaning circle, symbolizing unity and continuity, combined with the English word clan to emphasize familial bonds. By 1870, the Klan's tactics escalated from psychological intimidation to physical violence, including arson, beatings, and murders, prompting the U.S. government to pass the Ku Klux Klan Act in April 1871, aimed at curbing Klan violence and restoring order in the South. Number 2. Nathan Bedford Forrest, the first Grand Wizard. Nathan Bedford Forrest, a notorious figure in American history, became the Ku Klux Klan's first Grand Wizard in 1867. Before his involvement with the Klan, Forrest had already earned infamy as a Confederate general during the Civil War, particularly for his role in the 1864 Fort Pillow Massacre in Tennessee, where his troops were accused of slaughtering over 300 surrendering African American Union soldiers. Forrest's leadership of the Klan was characterized by a campaign of terror and violence against African Americans and political opponents. Despite his brutal reputation, historical records suggest that Forrest attempted to dissolve the Klan in 1869, recognizing the uncontrollable nature of the violence it incited. However, his efforts were futile, and the Klan persisted, evolving into an even more violent organization. Number 3. David Duke, the politician with a past. David Duke, a former Grand Wizard of the Ku Klux Klan, remarkably transitioned into a political figure, revealing the permeability of extremist ideologies into mainstream American politics. Duke led the Klan from 1974 to 1978, a period marked by attempts to rebrand the Klan with a more civil facade while still promoting racist and white supremacist ideologies. Duke sought political legitimacy by running for public office several times, achieving a notable victory in 1989 when he was elected to the Louisiana House of Representatives as a Republican. His political platform often veiled racist agendas under the guise of advocating for white rights and European heritage. Despite the controversy surrounding his past, Duke's ability to secure a political office underscores the challenges of completely disentangling racist undercurrents from American political and social life. In a 2016 interview with The Hill, Duke famously stated, "I'd be Trump's biggest supporter in Senate," highlighting his continued engagement with and influence on contemporary political discourse. His career highlights the lingering resonance of white supremacist ideologies and the complex dynamics of racism in U.S. politics. Number 4. The 1920s Resurgence and Political Corruption. The 1920s marked a disturbing resurgence of the Ku Klux Klan, catalyzed by the 1915 release of the film The Birth of a Nation, which portrayed the Klan as heroic defenders of the Old South. Membership exploded to approximately 4 million by the mid-1920s, effectively embedding Klan members in various sectors of society, including politics, law enforcement, and the judiciary. A particularly egregious case of Klan-related corruption involved D.C. Stevenson, the Grand Dragon of the Indiana Klan. In 1925, Stevenson was convicted for the rape and subsequent death of Madge Oberholzer. The public trial, held in Noblesville, Indiana, not only exposed Stevenson's heinous acts but also revealed the Klan's extensive political connections, which included bribes and influence at state and national levels. The fallout from this trial precipitated a nationwide outcry, leading to a sharp decline in Klan membership and reducing its influence significantly. Number 5. The lynching of Leo Frank. In 1915, Leo Frank, a Jewish factory manager in Marietta, Georgia, was lynched by a mob known as the Knights of Mary Fagan after his death sentence for the alleged murder of 13-year-old employee Mary Fagan in 1913 was commuted to life imprisonment. Despite weak evidence and a prejudiced trial, Georgia Governor John M. Slayton had commuted Frank's sentence due to fairness concerns. His lynching on August 17, 1915, underscored the era's rampant anti-Semitism and triggered a resurgence of the Ku Klux Klan, widening its focus to include Jews, Catholics, and immigrants. Number 6. The Greensboro Massacre. The Greensboro Massacre occurred on November 3, 1979, in North Carolina, when Klan and American Nazi Party members attacked a Communist Workers' Party rally, killing 5 protesters. Captured on camera, this incident demonstrated clear evidence of the attackers' identities, yet they were acquitted in both state and federal trials in the early 1980s. These acquittals underline deep-seated flaws in the U.S. judicial system's handling of racial violence and hate crimes, revealing ongoing challenges in achieving justice. Number 7. The infamous Klan rallies. The Ku Klux Klan's 1925 march through Washington, D.C., remains one of the most striking demonstrations of its power. On August 8, 1925, more than 30,000 Klansmen, clad in white hoods and robes, paraded down Pennsylvania Avenue. This event was meticulously organized to showcase the Klan's widespread support and was purportedly attended by members from across the United States, demonstrating the Klan's deep reach into American society. The march aimed not only to intimidate those opposed to their ideology but also to solidify their presence in national politics. Public and media reactions were mixed, with some expressing shock and others tacit support, reflecting the divided national sentiment towards the Klan at the time. These large-scale rallies, which often led to violent clashes with counter-protesters and law enforcement, played a significant role in both bolstering the Klan's image and eventually contributing to its decline due to public backlash against their overt displays of racism and violence. Number 8. The FBI infiltration and CONTLPRO. In response to escalating violence by the Ku Klux Klan, especially in the South during the Civil Rights Movement, the FBI intensified its efforts to dismantle the Klan through CONTLPRO, counterintelligence program, initiated in the 1960s. One of the most controversial figures in this operation was Gary Thomas Rowe. Rowe infiltrated the Klan in 1960 and was involved in critical events, including the 1961 Freedom Rides and possibly the 1963 bombing of the 16th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham, Alabama. His most direct involvement came with the murder of Viola Liuzzo, a civil rights activist, in 1965. Liuzzo was assisting with the Selma March when she was killed by Klansmen, with Rowe present in the vehicle from which the shots were fired. Rowe's dual role highlighted the moral and operational complexities of using informants within violent groups and sparked significant controversy over the extent of the FBI's knowledge and passive involvement in Klan violence. Number 9. The rise and fall of Tom Metzger. Tom Metzger, one of the most infamous figures in the American white supremacist movement, led the California Klan before founding the White Aryan Resistance, WAR, in the 1980s. Metzger's activities extended beyond mere advocacy of racist ideologies. His group was directly linked to violent acts, most notably the murder of Milujita Sarah, an Ethiopian immigrant, in Portland, Oregon, on November 13, 1988. Sarah's killers were associated with war, leading to a landmark civil lawsuit in which Metzger and his organization were found liable for inciting violence. In 1990, a jury awarded $12.5 million to Sarah's family, a significant legal and financial blow to Metzger and his organization. This case remains a pivotal moment in the fight against organized hate groups in the United States, demonstrating the potential of civil litigation to combat and deter hate-based activities. Number 10. The Modern Day Klan and Hate Crimes. The Ku Klux Klan has seen a decline in membership and public presence but continues to influence hate-based violence in the United States. A chilling example of the Klan's enduring impact is the 2015 Charleston church shooting. Dylan Roof, the perpetrator, espoused racist beliefs that aligned with Klan ideology. On June 17, 2015, Roof entered the Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church in Charleston, South Carolina, and murdered 9 African American worshipers. His manifesto and online postings revealed deep-seated white supremacist views and connections to broader nationalist movements, underscoring the persistent threat posed by Klan-inspired ideology. The tragedy highlighted not only the lethal consequences of radicalized hate but also the ongoing challenge of addressing domestic terrorism rooted in racial intolerance.